In this particular clip of documentation from the night of December 23rd, 2025, I have just exited the late night variety store across from the transit terminal where I usually enter on my way to work in Ottawa, having just arrived from Quebec. And of course, right across from the terminal and next to the store where they know I sometimes enter, they've set up what looks to be a fake car crash, a mock collision. And of course, as I exit the store, of course, the police show up right on cue just shortly after I cross the street. And the reason I know it's all fake and staged is because you'll see the police officers going through the regular acting routine of dragging the fake collision on forever. And then, of course, the one officer laughing hysterically, which is not something that you'd be doing if you were dealing with a serious situation or even conducting yourself with any professionalism at your job. So the ridiculous laughing and cackling and acting like a fool is just so that I would see it, and it's all part of the theater. And so, of course, in weather like this, there was heavy snow coming down. Sure, you could get a legitimate collision, but based on the years of seeing them do these same things over and over again, when I exit and enter and arrive at places, I'm quite sure that this was just another staged fake collision that they set up here. And they do set these things up almost like a film set, so they'll bring the cars in already damaged before the subject of the harassment gets there, and they'll just set it up with a bunch of community-based agents. And it's all just so that the subject of the harassment sees it when they arrive, because if they're awake to any of the stuff, they'll know it's set up just for them. So I'll just show you that here. Fake right there. So, yeah, I'm not even bothering getting something in there. I can just get something in there. I have a drink with me anyway. I forgot I have a 7-Up with me, so thought I need to kind of... It's probably a fake car accident here. Let's go over to the terminal here, station. So you don't see the big flood of people here on this side tonight that there was that other time when I walked over here. Not so much tonight. See, the streets were pretty quiet. A few people at the Delta over here. Now this is more natural here. It is the night before Christmas Eve, so I'm sure some people have gone away. So, but they've always got other people free to do stalking assignments, so they got more than enough to choose from. There's bylaw there, by law enforcement. Do they ever actually enforce bylaws? I don't know. Doesn't seem like they do. They seem to just stalk people. They do about as much work as the special constables do. So anyway, here we're gonna have a crack smoker in here tonight. We'll see. And a lot of people out driving around in the heavy snow again today that came down. So. Tinted windows, of course. So, let's cross here. Yeah, December 23rd, 2025. The informant condos here. Not as many people around here, as you can see, as it was the previous time when I was here. Fake car crash up there, or it might be real. I don't know. There's no police there yet, so it could be real. I don't want to say for sure it's fake, but that's something they'll do a lot, is stage fake car crashes. But that could be real, judging. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I think it is fake. Now we can tell that. Okay, so they staged a fake car crash there. As I was to go to the store, and look who shows up there, right? Right on cue, right as I cross back over. What's going on here, gentlemen? What happened here? We had to take time away from sitting in our cars, staring at our cell phones, and smoking crack on the job to come over and do some real work. We don't like this. We don't like doing real work. Actually, it's not real work. They're just staging this anyway. Let's see, street theater here. Right, check it out right away, okay? Every time, just you idle here. Every time. Out they come, Crawling out. Yeah, here's another one here. Showing up here as well for the fake accident up ahead here. Okay. There we go. Right on cue. All happening right on cue, huh? 7501. That one is there. And we got our usual group of informants over there. We'll just wait. We'll cross. This way it goes. Gotta have the informants around to film you if you walk by and you know, get footage and more here coming up all around me here. You can see this side here. Two informants just standing there and staring out at nothing. Other than they're not really even looking at the police interaction here. I'm gonna get a quick look. I was just gonna go in, but you know, what do we got here? Well, here's the third. Is this the third police car here showing up with this fake accident here? I guess it is, huh? They had it set up right as I got down by the store there. Okay, so here's car number 3. Again, the police have to take time away from sitting in their cars and watching movies on their phones to do this, so they don't like it. But it's more acting here. Let's see if any of these psychopaths is going to get out of the vehicle and make an appearance. There's one getting out, slowly walking out for the stage play here. December 23rd, 2025, Ottawapolice, alongside a couple of community-based agents, staging a fake car accident at Slater Street and Lyon. It's nothing more than street theater here, and this will go on. See, he leaves the door for the car just hanging open too. Wouldn't you close that, like in this type of weather, if this was real? One goes away there, and let's see over here. So this is all staged here. It was staged upon my arrival. Now he's got to do the fake inspection here, and these are just actors, community-based agents who staged it. So car number is 7501, and then the other one just went down that way. Okay. And it's the usual steroid junkie officer walking around with his fake steroid body. And because doing work like this, you know, they've always got to be, let's see if we get the fake pointing and the acting. They know I'm recording now anyway, they're just pretending not to know that I'm here. So yeah, like wouldn't you close the door? Like it's just, you just leave it hanging open in this weather. And then let's see here, this was all timed from my arrival too. At first I thought, is it actually just a regular car crash, because the weather is kind of treacherous, but for it to happen with such precise timing and for them to show up just as I come back out to cross, I'd say it's probably staged and fake. It's a very high level of probability that it is. And then we got to have the conference here. So this is all acting here. That's all the police do is act and enable the drug trade and ensure that criminals can operate freely. So when we go into the station there, the station right over there is the one where they had somebody smoking good. Look, there we go. So now we got everyone's coming out. Huh? Everyone's coming out. And so one there, right? One over here as well. Both sides, people are just coming out to walk the dog because they know I'm recording this, right? So they have to encircle the area. See there? That's the one there. And then on this side here, dog walker there as well. Everyone's coming out to look at this stage spectacle here. And this guy's gonna. They use these people to do the plows all the time to do assignments. Why would you even be here, like in the middle of this? You know, just go through. He's trying to block the view. I'll just go over here. Watch. Both sides now, okay? Both sides. They're sending the swarm. As you can see, they're sending the swarm around. Anytime they do this, they have a swarm of informants that work with them. And their job is just to walk around. They know I film, so they're going to try to make me feel as uncomfortable as possible. This is just an actor here as well. Let's move down here. And you saw how many the dog walkers starting to pour out there as well, just to look at this fakery. One thing you can say for sure, though, is that if the police are involved in anything that's on the news, it's fake. And yeah, part of the vehicle broke off because they had it already set up that way, okay? They have vehicles that are already, you know, broken. They can bring out craft vehicles and just use them for the car wreck. So the car wreck was there right as I got here, too. And you notice how long it's taken and how the one guy is like paying attention to me. Would you be doing that if you, like, I'm at a distance here? The guy wearing the wool hat. if he was actually involved in a car wreck, you wouldn't be staring over at somebody unless it was just an act. Now these two guys wearing the yellow have to come in and stare at the side of it. That's all acting. Officer Steroids making his hand signal there, you know, some Masonic hand signals that these, well, I wouldn't say that was a Masonic hand signal, but it was some sort of signal kind of to the, and then these bozos here too, they gotta be part of the act. Because what happened probably was, I'd be willing to bet they probably brought the vehicles out there, they might have already been totaled just to set it up, well before I got here, so that I wouldn't see them setting it up as what it was. So, you'll notice it's all of a sudden starting to flood with people here now. We have anytime you see this and the police are involved, high level of probability that it's staged, because they don't really do real work. That's the thing. Almost everything they do from day to day is deceit, lying, staging fake calls. Notice the guy with the hood, the younger guy, he's looking over at me. He's like, why would you even pay attention to me? I'm at a distance. I'm just a random person. Right? He wanted to see when I was going to leave, what my reaction was. Okay, here we go. December 23rd, 2025, Ottawa Police staging a fake car accident here. And I suspect the cars were just dropped off before I got here. And then they bring in these guys to pretend to pull the act here. And there was a second car, but it went down there. A second police car, but it went down there. So they don't have the road blocked off for nothing tonight. This was the road that they were blocking. No, sorry, that was the road up there that they're blocking off for nothing. Pretending to block it off while still allowing cars to go through. And here's Officer Steroids just doing his act here. Okay, I'm gonna get going now. It's all just theater, so I'm gonna get going. You saw it there. And no surprises there. And, you know, that's minor to do that, because if you think of what they do with false flags, it's far more advanced than that. So anyone who would tell you that they believe, you know, false flags are going on, but they wouldn't do that, I mean, what are you talking about? That's illogical. Of course they do that. They do things like this all the time. It's all just a theatrical performance. So here's the second one that's arrived here. The second one coming. You've already got the situation in hand. So they had another one before that drove by on the left. Wouldn't they have just kept that one there? And then this actor comes out here now too. He made his way from the drug house after collecting his pay from the drug dealers there. And what car number is that? Let me just see. Just gonna take a look here. Number here. See, it's all acting. They would have had this done by now if it was legit. 7300 and 7300. And yeah. Notice the steroid officer laughing. That's what you would do, right, in this situation. And then we got a couple people dancing here. And the one guy made like a fake gun pointing symbol at the cop car, and they didn't seem to even notice that. So Officer Steroid's laughing. He's got the usual, that exact same sort of helmet, strap, beard, as so many of them have. They can't think for themselves. They even have to have... Notice the guy has the same thing himself. The guy with the toque. The exact same, like, facial hair. Even the way it's trimmed. It's precisely the same as the way the cops is. Because they can't think for themselves. Everything they do has to be the same as what the others are doing. Laughing again. Officer Steroids. Wait, gesturing with his hands, laughing. Officer Steroids, okay. Yeah, notice that? They have the exact same. And I know that's kind of a generic look, right? But I'm not saying it's not uncommon. But, like, if you look at how many of them he's laughing again, see? Officer Steroids there. A lot of these Freemasons, too, get access to stuff that regular people don't get for workouts and stuff. So they have, like, these steroids that are supposed to be actually illegal, but they allow them to take it. A lot, you know, the same the people in the NFL and these wrestlers have it. And the other cop here, he's just walking back and forth here. Another community-based agent walking out into the road to have a look here. And Officer Steroids, is he still laughing? I can't see. And then, of course, the other guy with the car wreck, he's more interested in me standing over here than he is in the accident that he just had. Okay. So that's 7300. And yeah, Officer Steroids is having a good laugh. Yeah, again, it's like exactly the same. And this guy's got the same thing too. Exactly the same, the way he trims his beard. If you look at I don't know whether they're told to all have the exact same look. But it's the same as like in the military. You have to do that. He has the exact same thing with the chin strap beard. It is common. I'm not saying it's not uncommon, but I'm just saying if you look at how many of them, the cops especially, have exactly the same look, it's almost like they're told to have the same look. Here we go now, he's pulling back out. Okay, this theatrical production is drawing to a close now. And another episode of Free Masonic Muppet Theater starring Ottawa's Masonic Police there. Okay.